Like, we've had guests on the show that said, "Hey, you told that story about us, and that never happened, or it's completely wrong."
Yeah.
Right? And you know, there's provable, you know what I mean, moments, the hundreds of
There's a
them.
lot of evidence.
But my question is
Yeah.
like, I don't know, like it's pretty obvious that at least for me, even before I knew you, like I'm going to Bobby Lee for comedy,
Yeah.
not autobiographical nonfiction.
Yeah.
Like that's just as simple as
But
that.
I do want to say I understand the uproar.
It was a tasteless, fucked up joke.
Yeah, because at the time when I said it, I literally didn't think anything of it. It was just like almost like a prerequisite. Is that the right word?
Mhm.
Yeah.
How do you say it?
Prerequisite.
Prerequisite, right? It was like almost encouraged to say crazy shit. I never thought about it.
Mhm.
When I listen to it now, it puts a chill down my spine. It's terrible because I changed with society, right? And I look at that fucking story and I feel guilt over it. It's fucking terrible. You know, it was stupid to say it as many times as I said it, right? You know, I've always been in relationships. We dated for 10 years, lived together. Sarah Hyland, we lived together. I've never done any of that shit because I'm not a weird dude in that way. You know, I hate talking about myself, but, you know, I'm relatively just a nice kind of guy.
You played Hogwarts Legacy 4
I
times.
yeah.
Like, come on, guys.
But, you know, but I understand the uproar. I understand, why people, you know what I mean, are upset about it. I'm upset about it. And I punish myself over it. Every fucking second of every day, I go, "You piece of shit. Why did you tell that fucking story? What are you, fucking out of your mind? You're dumb." And you know what I mean? And it's constant, you know what I mean, internal dialogue. You know what I mean? It's like a fucking nightmare. And but at the end of the day, the way I get out of it is like I didn't do anything.
It's just not real.
It's not real. So I just always go back to like, it didn't happen. It's not real. And I just know that this is not going to move the needle with people that think that I am a certain way. I'm not doing it for that. You know, I think initially I'm doing it because, you know, I just needed to put the truth out there.
Mhm.
And I also wanted to, and this, I don't want to get emotional, but I just have the best fans in the world. And I also have the best friends in the world, man. I love you so much. I love everyone in this room. And I love my, you know, my managers and my agents. They're a little crazy during this whole fucking thing. They've been really crazy over this whole thing. And I love them, and I don't ever want to talk about it again. You know,
You should, honestly, I hope it dies here. It's just,
it's not gonna. I don't care.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be free of it. It's not gonna die. But I don't care. I'm not doing it for that. I'm just like, you know, it just got out of hand. And that's it. I remember 2 years ago, you know, that lady assaulted me on stage because of this joke in front of a packed room. She called me some crazy shit. And I remember Joe Rogan calling me after that, and Joe going, "Dude, remember," and he didn't talk about that. He talked about how crazy Opie and Anthony was back in the day, the kind of shit that we would say. And it was like okay to say shit back then.
Yeah.
It was a different time. I'm not the same generation as Santino or Andrew Schultz or Chris DiStefano. I'm way older.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I'm like a couple of generations. I look good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you do.
I look good,
Stunning.
Yum yum.
and I'm still relevant,
oh yeah.
but I'm still older than those guys. So I've seen different periods in comedy. I was around when comedy was completely dead and no one would go to comedy clubs. I was there during the uprise of it, and I was able to benefit during the podcast years. I was there during the shock jock years. And I've tried to bend and twist and conform to different eras of comedy, and I think I've done that for the most